Hi, if you're new here, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, both in person and online, and a certified nutrition coach. I help moms locally in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all over the world shed the weight holding them back from becoming their most energetic and authentic version of themselves so they can go after their deepest desires alongside of motherhood. You can find me at fitandconfidentmoms.com. Hey, everybody. How many people on here, or how many people do you know that have a healthy body transformation? They got in the best shape of their life, and they say to you that the reason that they got in the best shape of their life is because their spouse and their kids ate exactly the same way as them. Probably not very many, right? And I know that some of you guys might be watching and you're like, Rose, today your tips and tricks that you're going to share is what to do when your kids, spouse, partner, family doesn't eat the same way as you. And I am. So stick around because I'm going to give you those tips. But I wanted to talk first about the belief that you can't stick to a healthy eating routine because your family doesn't eat the same way. So if you're watching live, type live, and if you're watching the replay, type replay. This helps me so much get this video out to other people that are going to hear my message today. My name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach, and founder of Fit and Confident Academy, where I help women over 35 lose the weight holding them back from leveling up in love, life, and business. So let's dive in. Okay. Oh, my notes went away. Thank you for watching live. I'm seeing people come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to turn off this banner actually. How do I do that? Hide. All right, there we go. I got all the buttons. Technology. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to pull up my notes. Hi, Mike. Thanks for watching. Okay, so today's Tuesday talk is all about how to eat healthy while your family doesn't eat the same way as you. Oh my gosh, why is this happening? Okay, my computer's being really weird. And I kind of want to go back to the beginning where let's reframe this. There's probably not that many people that that are going to say that I lost this weight, I got in the best shape of my life, and I did it while my kids and my family ate the same thing. But what they did is they embraced eating for their own goals, no matter what everyone else around them is eating. And that's what I really hope for you to kind of reframe your mindset or shift your mindset around that by really asking what is really holding you back from making a change. Because it's really unfair to our family, the people we love, and our spouse to blame them, to say, you're the reason why I can't stick to my goals. Like, you're the reason why this is really hard. And the other fact of the matter is that we're giving away our power. Inside of us, we have control of our own lives and our own decisions. And when we blame others, we're giving away our power, especially to people that don't have control over our results. Our family, our kids, our spouses, they don't have control over our results. So just wanted to invite you first to kind of rethink your mindset about being able to get to your healthy body weight without placing that power on your family, or without blaming them that they're the reason why you can't get to your goal. Hi, Celine. Thank you for joining in. So that's step one. Step one is reframing your mindset around what's really holding you back, and to really make the decision to commit that if you're going to get in the best shape of your life, then this is going to be your journey, and you have people that can support you. And I'm here for inspiration, motivation, science-based tips. I also have a group if you need support called fitandconfidentmoms.com. If you go in there, a lot of people in there sharing their ideas and getting support there as well. So look for support, but the ones that we live with and that we love, they might not necessarily be the support that you need, and that's okay. And I get that we want things to be easier on ourselves when we have kids, when we have a spouse that we're cooking for. And that's why today I'm going to share with you my simple tips. But I think the mindset is really, really important. So we started with that. Okay. So I get it. I get wanting to make things easier. I have 3 kids and a 17, almost 15-year-old and a 12-year-old, that we all have different likes and dislikes, and my husband as well. And so I'm going to share my best tips today to make healthy eating easier on yourself. And hopefully this will give you some ideas. Okay. So now that we got the mindset out of the way, let's jump right in. Okay. So tip number one, at dinner, usually it's dinner time that people have the most challenges of like, I only want to cook one dinner. It's too exhausting for me to like cook for multiple people. I get that. So here's the thing. Number one, everyone eats the same protein. Everyone eats the same protein so that you're not making, you know, chicken nuggets for one person, unless you have to, I guess. But you're not making, let's just say you're not making steak for your husband and you're having grilled fish for yourself. Okay. Everyone gets the same protein. And if you have older kids, I had a friend actually that implemented something. um I can't remember how old her daughter was, but she said that if the child in the house didn't want to eat what everyone else was eating, they had to make themselves their own dinner. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think she started it around like I think her kid was like 7 or 8. And the one thing that the kid really loved to do and could make themselves was a PB&J. So if they didn't like what was being served for dinner, the kids knew like how to make PB&J. Like, So anyway, just to say, you can create your own rules or how you want to make it. But for me, my number one tip is everyone at dinner gets the same protein, and maybe they get a different side. For example, if I'm making tacos and because I'm counting my macros, so I know where my carbs are going, I know where my protein's going, and I want to save my carbs for earlier in the day, like maybe I got a latte with my friends, or I had a really good post workout meal. Maybe I had a donut, and so I'm kind of out of carbs. So my carb might be a lettuce wrap, or I might have a low carb tortilla. But then for the kids or your spouse, they have their favorite tortilla that they're going to have with the protein. So that's just one example of everyone gets the same protein, and then maybe the sides are different. Okay, my tip number 2. Anyway, before I go on to tip number 2, does anybody else do that? Like everyone gets the same protein in different sides? And I would love for you to leave in the comments, like, what are some sides like that you keep on hand, or like what are some kid friendly sides? So like share in the comments so people can get some ideas, and I'll share them here too live, and so that other people can learn. All right. So tip number 2 is let your family choose the vegetable. So, one of the things I teach my clients is to increase their veggies for 2 reasons. One, it's good for you, right? It's good for us to eat our vegetables. We are getting our micronutrients in. It's healthy. We get our fiber. But then the second thing is it creates satiety. So when you're working on weight loss, we want to feel that feeling of fullness. And actually, our fullness cues are not fullness. I'm getting this backwards. The amount of food that passes through our system, that's what helps triggers our fullness cues. So when we have volume of food passing through, our fullness cues are going to be activated more. So when we're trying to eat a little less, like maybe we're trying to eat less carbs, we might pair with some extra protein so that our body, our brain all feels safe making the switch to eating a little less because we're eating volumes of food. All right. So then let your family choose the vegetable. Let them get involved and feel like they have a little bit of say over dinner by letting them choose the vegetable. Let them in on like, hey, mom's trying to eat healthier, or talk to your spouse, hey, I'm trying to eat healthier, and one of the things I'm working on is I'm trying to eat more veggies. So what kind of veggie would you like? What's something that you would like? And let them choose the vegetable, and then you're not feeling like you're cooking a separate vegetable, you're cooking separate this for separate that. Once in a while, let them choose a vegetable. It's a win-win. One, there you are leading by example by showing your kids and your spouse that you're really embracing healthy living, and you're including them on that. And the more you do that, the more they will embrace healthy living on their own without feeling like you're forcing them to be like, okay, today's chicken and broccoli again. I'm eating this plan, so you do too. And by the way, like You don't have to be eating chicken and broccoli to be healthy, but that was just an example. Like for example, actually, I could eat broccoli every day. I absolutely love it, but I understand that not everybody does. So let them choose the vegetable. And maybe that's something that you could discuss with your household, that you're like, hey, I actually want to have vegetables at dinner every night. What are some vegetables that you guys like? So there's going to be less resistance and you all benefit, right? Okay, so tip number 3, and this is going to sound, this should sound like the sound of freedom. But it also might sound like, whoa, Rose, the nutritionist, is like actually supporting this. Yes, I am. So my tip number 3 is eat the same thing as them. Eat the same dinner, okay? And the thing is I teach my clients to be able to achieve their weight loss goal, you can eat anything that you want and anything that you love by learning how to count macros. So, counting macros is when we find out how much protein, how many carbs, and how many fats we eat in a day. And so, when you know what your macros are and you count your macros, you could plan your day to be like, okay, I'm going to plan dinner first and I'm going to save, it's spaghetti night and my husband makes the world's best garlic bread. I'm going to save, that's his example, 50, 60, 75 grams of carbs for spaghetti because I'm going to have the regular noodles and I'm going to have a slice of garlic bread and I'm going to put that in the budget first, knowing that it's spaghetti night and my family wants to have spaghetti. So I will adjust, and I teach my clients this inside of Fit and Confident Academy, that I will have maybe a lower carb breakfast, a lower carb lunch, because I want to save a majority of my carbs for dinner. Okay, so that's my tip number 3. Now, some of you might be new to macro counting and you need help figuring out what your macros are. I'm actually going to be teaching that live, and it's not as hard as you think. I actually simplify it so easy without using calculators online, without trying to figure out like how long things are going to take you. This is like a simple formula of the macros for you. I'm teaching this live in my workshop this week. So type workshop in the comments. The workshop is called Master Fat Loss After 35, and you will learn how to figure out your macros for your goals so you can start getting your energy back and start going towards your dream body right away without guesswork, without should I go low carb, should I do keto, should I do intermittent fasting. All of that doesn't matter. What really truly matters, and this is what the science says, is the balance of food, of like how much food you eat. So if we take the dumb diet rules aside and say diets all work the same way, why not choose the diet that works with you and your lifestyle? And that's what I'm so passionate to teach about. Okay. So if you would like that invite to the workshop, comment workshop in the comments and I'll send you a DM. There's a couple of times happening in April, an evening and a daytime. So let me know and I will shoot you a message on which one might work best for you. All right. So I would love to hear in the comments, what are some of your ahas? What are your takeaways? What will you try out of the suggestions? Tip number 1 is everyone gets the same protein. Tip number 2, let them choose the vegetable so they feel involved and it's a win-win for everybody. Tip number 3, just eat the same dinner as your family and plan for it. And when you're counting macros, you can make it fit. You are in control, and I'm all about taking back your control over your journey. All right? And if you need a time-saving way to come up with a healthy grocery items that's quick, literally will take you 60 seconds, drop list in the comments. I'm going to show both cameras. This is a check the box grocery list. All right. It's got a list of proteins, carbs, vegetables. There's 2 of them because we got healthy fats on there too. You'll literally print this out, check what you and your family likes, take it to the grocery store, and you're done. It'll take you 60 seconds. So if you would like this healthy grocery list, type list in the comments and I will send this over to you. This is my freebie for what month is this? This is my freebie for April to help you get what you need very simply and a time-saving way to help you master your fat loss goals. All right, so this is Coach Rose, and if you benefited from this talk and you think somebody else might, share it to your timeline or share it to the people that you love so that they can get these healthy tips for themselves as well. This is Coach Rose rooting for you to say go after more in 2024. See you later. Bye-bye.